Hey, it's Dusti Martin with the Martin Group, dropping in to talk to you this month about what is happening in the Scottsdale real estate market. Today, we're going to do something a little different just to put some things into perspective and to maybe share some insight on what to expect this summer. So hit the subscribe button, buckle up, let's go. All right, so let's just get right into it. We know that inventory has had a steady increase since about this time last year. This time last year was the absolute peak of our real estate market here in the Valley, not just Scottsdale. And it was the peak of the home prices per square foot, the number of offers we were getting on certain listings. And it was this kind of buzz of a frenzy, and interest rates had just started to barely start creeping up. And the reality of what the Fed had been saying for over a year, that, hey, we're going to increase rates, that wasn't really quite starting to sink in till about April, end of May, and going into June of last year. So here we are. It's currently May 12th here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we've come full circle, and we had this big run up that really peaked in April and May of 2022. And here we are in 2023, really kind of finally, I think, coming to terms with what all of that meant, and we're evening out. What I also want to warn everybody about is that things are about to get more expensive. Yes, even with increased inventory from where we were last year. But let's put it in perspective. This time last year, we only had maybe 1 or 2 months of supply overall for the entire valley. So this time last year, overall in the entire valley, there was only about 5,300 homes, which statistically is almost zero. Our inventory levels in most areas were less than 1 week, and in some cases only a day or two. Here we are, a year later, 365 days later, and we are under 9,000 listings for the entire Arizona regional MLS. And so to put that in perspective, when it went below 9,000 listings the last time, agents everywhere and buyers everywhere were freaking out because inventory was getting lower and lower. There weren't enough homes for the amount of buyers that were in the market. And we created this feeding frenzy, right? We are still in that mode. And so, yes, we had this run up. We went to about 18,000 listings in the MLS. But remember, to get to an even stable market, we needed 20 to 25,000 listings in the Arizona Regional MLS. As of today, we're only at 8,900 and change. And that's just not enough, even with interest rates as high as they have gone. Now, the Fed is signaling slowing down of their rate increases, and in some cases, rates have gone down for a little bit, and some people are projecting that as things stabilize, interest rates will start to creep back down. But what's going to happen when we have a reduced amount of inventory now, with, again, lower interest rates that aren't like 7s or 6 and maybe in the 5s. Those people who might have been on the fence before are likely to say, you know what? I know it can get worse. I saw the 7% interest rates. I don't want those. I'm going to jump at 5.5. Right? So we're going to have probably going into the summer a hotter than normal real estate market. Normally in Scottsdale and Arizona, our peak of inventory and our lowest in demand terms of price per square foot happens in the summer. Usually you see those numbers in August and September. Those are usually the lowest price per square foot and the highest amount of inventory, right? But then we usually have another drop in inventory and price per square foot in December. Those are usually the 2 months of the year where we really kind of grind to a halt. One is because in the summer, it's really hot, and the only people selling a house or buying a house are those who really need to, right? And then in the winter, everybody kind of takes a pause for the holidays. So between those two things, those are the times that are slowest. However, here we are setting up going into our hottest months, and our inventory is greatly reduced and has been steadily reducing for over 4 months now at this point, our peak being in December. Now, our price per square foot also had this run up, and it peaked in about April or May last year. And then it dropped straight down and leveled out about October. And that was kind of a lagging indicator, meaning those homes that closed in October went under contract in August and September. Keep in mind, August and September are our lowest months price per square foot traditionally. That happens every year. So come October, we had this big drop in our price per square foot. And then we had a little trickle down from October down to December. And then January hit and bang, everything went off like a little shotgun. And all of a sudden, things were back, and we've seen our interest rates level out. We have seen inventory decrease by quite a bit, by almost 50%. And our price per square foot now for several months in a row now has trickled back up. So yes, interest rates might level out, but the price you're paying for a home going into the summer months here in Scottsdale, Arizona are going to be higher. Bar none, there's no way to get around it. And I suspect there's a lot of buyers who might have been priced out of the market or who were maybe a little afraid of what was happening in the market last summer. They're likely going to rejoin the search once they kind of get this new feel for the new normal. Now, keep in mind, 7.7% interest rates are the historical average. So keep in mind, we're below that. It's just we had our rates so artificially compressed for so long to almost zero that some people, especially those who are just now entering the workforce and the home buying market, might have felt a little entitled to those super crazy low, historically low interest rates. So keep in mind, as people start to really adjust their bearings and take a look around and look at historical norms and see prices continue to go up and interest rates maybe calm down and come back somewhere where they feel like they should, maybe move now or forever hold their peace, I would say this might be setting us up for a pretty hot seller's market this summer. And if you're thinking of selling or if you're thinking of buying, you need to get your ducks in a row. If you're wondering what your home would sell for, or if you want to know what to expect in the neighborhood you're looking for a home for, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.